everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this goal tracker, and you'll be able to see a deadline, how many days you have remaining, the percentage of tasks done, and what category it belongs to. You'll also be able to sort your goals by Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And you'll also have your pending and completed tasks. So let's get started. I'm going to start on a blank page and rename it to goal tracker. And let's go ahead and make it full width. We can add an icon as well. And we're going to have a database for our goals. So let's do / database inline. And I'll rename this to my goal tracker. Okay, here where it says name, this is going to be my goal. I'll rename it. And I also want to add a date property so that I can assign a deadline. I'll put date and I'll rename it to deadline. I also want to add a select property so that I can include the quarter. Let's go to the plus, select, and this will be quarter. Let's add some options. So Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And I also want to include the year, which I'll do in another select property. This will be year. And I'll add 2025 and 2026. Let's also include a category for our goals. So another select property. This is category. And let's add some options. So maybe fitness, work, travel, finances, and whichever other ones you might need. And I also want to add a checkbox property so that I can check off my goal once it's been completed. Let's add a checkbox and this will be done. And if you hover here, then you can scroll and make it smaller. All right, now I'm going to add a days remaining formula that's going to tell me how many days remaining I have until I need to complete this goal. And it will say if it's been completed or if it's overdue and by how many days. So let's click the plus sign, select formula, and this will be days remaining. We'll edit the formula. And there we have it. I'll leave the formula down below in the comments so that you can just copy and paste it into yours. Okay, let's hit save. I'm gonna go ahead and add an example so that we can see how it's coming along. So let's say save $1,000 for my trip. I'll give it a deadline. This will be Q2 in the year 2025 under travel category. And it automatically calculates how many days I have remaining to complete this goal. Okay, now for each one of my goals, so that I can organize myself better, I'm going to create a tasks database so I can assign several tasks to each one of my goals. So let's do / database inline, and this will be my tasks. Here is its name. This will be my task. And I'm going to relate each one of my tasks back to my goal. So we have to add a relation property. So let's hit the plus sign, relation, and link it to your database that you just created. And let's make it a two-way relation so that it also shows up on our goals database. Add relation. Okay. Now this is optional, but you can add a priority level for your tasks. So let's select the plus, add a select property, and this will be priority. Let's add some options. So high, medium, and low. And you can change the colors accordingly. Okay. And then I also want to add another checkbox so that I can check it off once it's been completed. So checkbox property, and this will be done. Okay, let's add a couple examples. So let's say, I don't know, sell used items. And in here, I can relate it back to my goal, give it a priority level. And I'm going to add another one. And you'll see on your goal tracker database, the tasks are automatically linked. Okay, now in order to see the progress that I've done by how many tasks I have completed, I'm going to create a roll-up property in my goal tracker database. So let's hit the plus sign over here, select roll-up, and this will be my progress. For the relation, let's select our tasks database. For the property, it will be done. And we want it to calculate the percent checked. And then I'm going to, instead of number, I'm going to change it to a bar. And I'll leave it green. Okay, so since none of them are checked off, then it's showing 0%. But if I were to check one off, it'll show as 50%. So let's clean this up a bit. I'm going to turn my goal tracker database into a gallery view. So select the 3 dots, layout, gallery, and for the card preview, I'm going to change it to none. Now I'm going to go back to properties so that I can see more of them. Okay, so I want to see my deadline, the days remaining, the category, the checkbox, and my progress. Let me rearrange the order. Okay, deadline, I want my progress here and my category at the bottom. For the deadline, you can leave it as it is. I like to add a label that says deadline and then the date. So if you want to do that, you would go to new property, formula, and this would just be deadline label. Edit formula. I'm going to open parentheses, open quotations. I'm just going to type out deadline. Space, close quotations, and then plus my actual deadline date, close parentheses, and then I want to make everything bold. That's why I added the parentheses. So I'll do period, style, open parentheses, open quotations, B, close quotations, close parentheses, and save. And so now we have that deadline label. I'll go back to my properties. I'll move this one up to the top and I'll hide the actual deadline because I don't need both of them. I can hide the database title as well. And here where it says gallery, I'm going to rename this to all goals. And then I'm going to create views for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So I'm going to duplicate, and this will be Q1. Now I need to add a filter so that only Q1 goals are shown. So let's click filter, go to quarter and select Q1. Oops. And I can also add a filter for the year. So I can add a filter here and have it show me only my goals for that year. I can select 2025. And then we can just duplicate, rename it, and change the quarter filter. There we go. And same for the others. Now for my tasks database, I'm going to turn it into a list view. So I can hide the database title, go over here to the 3 dots, and in layout, change to list. Now we can only see the name of the tasks. I'm going to go to the 3 dots again, select properties, and have it show the priority, the goal that it's associated with, and the done checkbox. You can add an icon to your goal so that it also shows up here. So let me add one very quickly. I'll do the money one. There we go. It changes the icon as well. And then for these ones, we can create a template so that each time we add a task, it'll automatically appear with that icon. So I'll go over here where it says new, select the down arrow, new template, and then we just need to add an icon. Go with the check mark and make it the default for all your views. And if you add another task, it'll appear with the icon. I'm going to create 2 views for my task. I want to see which tasks are pending and which ones I have completed. So here where it says list, I am going to rename to pending. And I can change the icon as well. And I need to add a filter so that only the unchecked are shown. And then I can duplicate this view, rename it to completed, change the icon, and I also need to change the filter so that instead of unchecked, it's checked. There we go. Okay, and directly from your goals, you can add more tasks and it'll relate them automatically to your tasks database. There's another thing that we can do that I find very cool, which is recent in Notion. We can customize the layout so that our tasks appear on the side of the page. So here where it says add to panel, you can add your tasks and apply to all pages. And now you'll be able to see all of your tasks right here on the side of the page instead of over here. And I think it just makes it look cleaner. And from here you can add more tasks. And it'll automatically relate them to that goal. And that is everything for this goal tracker. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.